Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you all are having an incredible day. Hello, 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 hello. Listen, I'm truly excited to be with you all today. One of my signals is saying that it is weak, so I am hoping that it is going to get strong very soon, because I want you all to be able to see and hear me well. So again, hello, good afternoon. Thank you for plugging in. Listen, let me go ahead and turn some of this music down so you all can hear me today. So listen, I'm truly excited to be with you. Guess what, you all? Today is my birthday. Today is my birthday. As a matter of fact, over the weekend, I had an opportunity to travel with my husband to Colorado, and we just got back maybe a couple of hours ago. And so, thank you. I feel refreshed. Listen, let me tell you all. Life is what we have, but style is the way we choose to live it, right? And so anytime that you can unplug and just get away, I actually challenge you to do so. So listen, I just wanted to welcome you. Again, my name is LaShonda Lee. I am your life coach, and you have tuned in to Jewels of Success Coaching, where we literally equip you with the principles and the keys so that you can find yourself getting unstuck and becoming unstoppable. So thank you all for all the happy birthday wishes. I'm truly grateful and just blessed today. You hear me? Truly blessed. All is well in my life because I'm intentional, right? I am intentional about the things that go on in my life. And you know what? It is time that you get intentional about the things that are going on in your life as well. So listen, I just want to jump in today, because during the time that I was away, of course, you get an opportunity to reflect. And so those of you all who are chiming in via Periscope, I say hello, good evening, good afternoon to you. Those on Facebook Live, good afternoon. If you could do me a favor really quickly, if you could share this broadcast, I would greatly appreciate that. So listen, while I was away, hello, thank you so much, thank you. My niece actually got it for me. Thank you so much, Miss Marilyn, and hello, Miss Mac. Thank you all so much, and hey, Miss Sherry. Listen, while I was away this weekend, and just really thinking about you all and what I wanted to share today. You know, we've been on our step one. Thank you so much. We've been on our step one of our ebook. So listen, you got your journal? I hope you got your journal so you can take some notes, right? And then I hope you got your ebook so you can follow along, right? I hope you got your ebook. Listen, this ebook is absolutely powerful. It's amazing. Hey, Capricia, over the weekend I had people texting me, how do I get that resource? How do I get that resource? And so it's just awesome when you can just pour into the marketplace, right? And so, you know, step one, over the weekend, I asked you to do step one, which was identifying the different compartments of your life and figuring out where you measured up. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, where did you stand? And because we're doing this assignment, identifying where you are, because in order for you to go any place, you got to identify where you are. It's like when I want to go somewhere in Kansas City, right? If I want to go to the stadium and I need a little help, right? So I will use MapQuest or I will use Google Maps. But in order for the system to tell me how to get to the destination, I have to first be able to tell them, where am I? And so I put in the address where I am, and then I put in the address where I like to be, and then it maps out the road map for me. It maps it out step by step. It tells me when to turn left, when to turn right, when to keep going forward, what exit to get off. It tells me all of that. But the only way that it can do that is I have to first identify where I am. And so the same thing with you and I in life. If we're looking to be entrepreneurs, if we're looking to be phenomenal wives and incredible mothers, if we are looking to be highly educated women, if we are looking just to be whole within ourselves, if we're looking to be healthy, if we're looking to have great financial stability, we have to first identify where we are right now. And so that step one assignment was absolutely remarkable because it gave you an opportunity to look at a glance where you are right now. Identify where you are so that you and I can know how to get to the place that we want to go. Because when you identify where you are right now, it tells us if we got just a little bit of work to do or if we got a lot of work to do. And in some areas of our lives, guess what? We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. Sometimes that work is first in our thoughts, right? Whether we believe we can or whether we believe we can't, we right. And so I'm here to tell you today, you have to do the things that others won't in order to have the things that others don't, right? And so over the weekend, I was just really thinking about identifying where we are and what I wanted to share with you all today. And let me ask you a question. When you identify where you are, have you ever considered your standards? Have you ever considered your standards? That's a really good question, isn't it? And because a lot of times when we think about standards, we think about this small little area. And normally when I hear people talk about standards, it's normally when they're talking about relationships. When they're talking about relationships, right? They may say, you know, this is the type of relationship I want. These are the standards or the qualities that that this person must have if I'm going to be in a relationship with them, right? Sometimes you say they gotta have employment or they gotta be respectful, and you know we put these standards in place when it comes to relationships when we are looking to select someone to go into a relationship with and probably a lifelong partner. I know I did. I know I had some standards before I got married, right? And my husband met those standards. But here's the thing. Have you ever thought about standards in the other areas of your life? And I had an opportunity to just write down some notes, and I want to share this with you. Your life, when you look at your life as a whole, your life is a direct reflection of the standards that you hold, both for yourself and others. Did you hear that? Your standards, your life is a direct reflection of your standards. And so here's the thing. Your standards, my standards really apply to every aspect of our lives. From our profession, from our appearance, our relationships, our finances, our health. They are all governed by the standards that you and I hold. And what's interesting is that our standards are like habits. You know, the habits that we have, we don't think about them. We just do them, right? When we get up in the morning, we don't think about okay, how do I go in there and wash my face? How do I go in there and brush my teeth? How do I comb my hair? How do I get my clothes on? We don't think about that. We do these things out of habit. And the thing about it is our standards are similar, right? Our standards are like habits in respect that they are not doing something that we think about, we just do them. Did you hear what I say? We don't sometimes think about the standards, we just do them because most of the time, to be honest with you, our standards are set unintentionally. Did you hear that? Most of the time, our standards are set unintentionally. What I mean by that, we either adapt our standards from the environment that we are associated with, or we were taught our standards by our family members. I'm going to say this again. Most of the time, our standards are set unintentionally, meaning that we're really not giving a lot of thought to our standards, meaning that we're not taking the time to sit back and say, what is it that I will accept in this area of our lives? What will I not accept in this particular area of my life? Again, a lot of times when we think of standards, we think solely relationship, but we don't consider all the different areas of our lives when we are talking about creating our standards, because standards is literally setting the baseline and saying, this is what I absolutely will not accept. This is what I will not accept. This is what I absolutely will accept. Do you hear? Do you hear what I'm saying? And so a lot of times our standards are not set by us. They are set by our environment or they are set by our family members or even our friends or possibly society. But guess what? You know you better than anybody else. And so why allow someone else or environment or society to set your standards when you are responsible for setting your own standards, because your life is a reflection of the standards that you hold on to. And so here's the thing. How did we set our standards? How did you set your standards? Who helped you set your standards? That's the question that I have for you today. How did you set your standards? How have you established your standards? Who helped you set your standards? What personal information did you use to create your standards for your life? And so here's the thing. If you are the person that environment or society shaped your standards, type in the number 1. If you are the person that you allow your family to set your standards, type in the number 2. And here's the thing. Type number 3 if it's something that you really haven't even thought about. If you say, LaShonda, I'm just going to be honest. You brought up this thing called standards, and I really haven't even thought about it. So I got some number 2s where your family helped shape your standards. And see, here's the thing. Our lives are a direct reflection of the standards that we hold on to. So here's the thing. Your standards, and this is what I wrote. Your standards are the quality of life you consider to be acceptable. So when you completed the assignment in exercise 1 in the ebook, my question to you, where you had to evaluate, right? Remember, you had to evaluate how satisfied you were with the various areas or the various compartments of your life. Were you pleased with your responses? Were you pleased with your responses? Thank you so much, Trey. Were you pleased with your responses? Because here's the thing. When identifying where you are, your standards are so crucial. Because right now, and I want you to hear me well, right now, I guarantee, if you're listening on Periscope, I guarantee, if you're listening on Facebook Live, I guarantee that your existing standards that you are holding on to right now, these standards are set far below what you're able to achieve. Did you hear that? Your existing standards, I can guarantee you right now, are set far below what you are literally able to achieve. So what am I saying? Your existing standards are too low for your life right now. They're too low for the life that you want to live. Your existing standards are too low for the life that you want to live. How do I know that? Because guess what? You allowed society to establish your standards. You allow other people to establish your standards. And remember, I said to you before, if you are asking for permission, if you're asking somebody for permission to live your dream life, more than likely you're never going to live your dream life, because no one is going to give you permission. You have to take control of the power that you already have. And so if you were not the one who established your standards, then I'm here to tell you right now, your standards are far below what you are able to achieve, meaning that there is more in you. You are greater than what your standards reflect right now. You are better than what your standards reflect right now. But because you hold on to those standards, you have the life that you have, because your life is a direct relation to the standards that you hold on to. So here's the thing. If you and I don't at least set baseline standards for what we will accept in our lives, then I promise you will find it easy. You will find it easy to slip back into behaviors and attitudes and a quality of life that is far below what you deserve. But that's not why we're here, right? We're here so that we can live our best life. We're here so that we can have an abundant life. We're here so that we can literally love the life that we live. We're here so that the life that we imagined is the life that we can literally experience. So having low standards is not going to get us there. And that's why step 1 exercise was so important, because it allowed you to evaluate where you are. So if you saw that you were a number 3, or let's say a number 4, or a 1, or even a number 5 in certain compartments of your life, then that's a reflection of the standards that you hold on to for that particular area. So if you're not satisfied in any area of your life, it's because your standards in that part of your life is literally too low for the life that you want to live. And so if you already know you want more, right? If you already know you want more, the question becomes, will you make the decision? Will you make the decision to stay the norm? Or will you make a decision to hold your life to a higher standard and become an exception? Will you just be a part of the norm, or will you be a part of the exception? It's really all about you. That's why the first week we wanted to deal with identifying where you are, because this is not about what's outside of you. This is all about you. This is about you taking a look in the mirror and asking yourself, am I satisfied with what I see? And I'm not just talking about the physical appearance. I'm talking about your life in general. Are you satisfied in the various areas of your life? And if not, maybe you need to take a look at the standards that you hold on to. Because like I said earlier, your standards that you hold right now are far below what you're actually able to achieve. There's greater in you. There's better in you. There's more in you. But you have to take a look at your standards as to where you are. So here's the thing. I'm sure your question is this. How do you get what you want? LaShonda, Coach LaShonda Lee, how do I get what I want? Well, the first thing that I want to share with you is identify your existing standards. You must identify your existing standards, because however your life looks right now, it reflects your standards. However your life looks right now, it reflects your standards. So guess what? We can't blame somebody else. We can't even complain. All we have to do right now is take a look at our existing standards, because guess what? The way our life look right now is a reflection of our standards. So if you're not pleased in a certain area of your life, take a look at your standards. If you are pleased with a certain area of your life, take a look at your standards that you hold on to for that particular area, because you may be able to use that to help you increase your standards in the other areas of your life. So again, it's all about your standards. When you are identifying where you are, you have to take a look at your standards, because however your life looks right now is a reflection of the standards that you hold on to. And then the second tip that I'm going to give you is, of course, this is obvious. Raise unacceptable standards. If you look in a particular area of your life and you find out that you are holding on to a standard that does not serve you, you're holding on to a standard that does not stretch you, you're holding on to a standard that does not increase you, you're holding on to a standard that limits you, you are holding on to a standard, can I speak right now? You're holding on to a standard that belittles you. Listen, if after identifying your standards, you find out that you have some unacceptable standards, then you need to raise them. And the easiest way to do this is I don't know what's up with my speech today. Maybe because I was up in the mountains and I'm getting I'm getting myself together. But maybe you need to take a look at how you evaluated the different compartments of your life. And anywhere that you have a low number, that's where you should probably immediately take a look at your standards. Because those areas signify that your standards are low in those particular compartments of your life. And so you are responsible for raising your unacceptable standards, okay? And listen, if you're just joining us like some of you all are, go back. Make sure when this broadcast complete that you go back to the beginning, because I don't want you to miss any of this. And then the second thing that I ask you to do is please share this broadcast, because again, I want to make sure that I'm helping people transform their lives, not just get better, but I want you to be different. I want you to be different, right? Because everything that you have right now, you've achieved it in your comfort zone. Meaning, if you want to get more, if you want to attain more, you have to become more. And so it's time to stretch our comfort zone. So right now we're talking about standards. If your standards are unacceptable for the life that you desire to live, the second thing that you must do is raise those unacceptable standards, right? And then the third thing is you have to, if you want to get what you want out of life, the third thing is you have to turn your shoulds into musts by setting goals. You know, a lot of times we say, well, I should do this. I should do that. See, those shoulds are not going to get you anywhere. It's not until you make those shoulds must that you're going to move. I must do this. I must do that. When you say you must do something, you cancel out all other options. There is no such thing as not doing it when you have already identified that this is a must. This is a mandatory. This is an obligation. This is a responsibility. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is something that I must do, point blank, period, right? And so you have to turn your shoulds into musts by setting goals, right? So the question becomes, do you consider yourself a winner, or do you find yourself always a step behind? Right? Because winners never quit and quitters never win. And so it is so important that you set goals for your life, because again, this is the way that you increase your standards for the various areas of your life. And everything that I'm talking about, these are literally some of the things that I'm going to be teaching in my advanced goal setting masterclass. You know, I've shared with you what you need to do by 1, identifying your existing standards, 2, raising your unacceptable standards, and then 3, turning your shoulds into must. But in my masterclass, I'm literally going to share with you how to do these things, because you might be sitting here right now saying, okay, LaShonda, I heard you, I hear you, but how do I make this happen? I've never really taken in consideration my standards. I've never really set some goals that I have achieved. So, you know, how do I make this a reality in my life? And I'm here to tell you, this is the very things that I'm going to be teaching in my master class, right? And this class is going to take place December the 6th, because it is time for us to make lasting changes in our lives. It's time for you to make lasting changes in your life. It's time for you to increase the quality of your life. It's time for you to really identify what you want in life, establish a game plan to get there, and then take action, right? And so by attending my advanced goal setting masterclass, which I'm really excited about, I am so excited about an opportunity to connect with you all, not just via slide presentation, but it's going to be live video on a separate platform. So it's not going to be on Periscope, it's not going to be on Facebook Live, but it's going to be live video so that you can see me, I can see you. So we're going to be in a virtual classroom, right? And through this master class, you are going to walk away with advanced strategies on setting powerful goals for 2017. Look, we're not just going to tiptoe in 2017. We are going to explode into 2017. When January 1 comes, you're going to already have momentum, right? You're going to already have momentum. Your first quarter is absolutely going to be amazing because you are doing the thing to get the power now. So you're going to walk away with advanced strategies to set powerful goals for 2017, right? You're going to walk away with step-by-step strategies to create a fail-proof plan to reach those goals that you desire, right? There's no need to set a goal and don't have the plan or the strategy in place to help get it accomplished, right? And then the third thing is that you're going to walk away with the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding on how to break down the larger goal into smaller chunks and then create a schedule so that you can make it a reality in your life, right? Because sometimes the big picture is scary. But when you begin to break it down into smaller chunks and then establish the necessary steps to get there, oh my goodness, you begin to get excited, you get motivated and inspired because along the way to the big goal, you are getting all types of small little wins. And those wins literally give you life. Those wins literally give you fuel, right? And so I invite you to join me on December 6th for my advanced goal setting masterclass, right? Now, because I want it to be personal, because I want it to be intimate, and I want to be able to serve bigger and greater, I'm only opening it up for 30 participants, right? And already, when I announced this on Friday, I had people already registering right away. Because guess what? It's only $17. $17 for 2017, right? $17 for 2017. You're going to have a 1-hour intense training on literally how to increase the quality of your life by setting goals, getting the steps in place to accomplish them so that you can live your 2017 and say that this is the best year ever, right? So I look forward to seeing you in my masterclass. And because today is my birthday, whoever registers today, I am also going to bonus you. Did you hear that? I'm going to also bonus you a 1-hour coaching session with me, right? So when you sign up today, for today, October 31st, when you sign up today for my advanced masterclass, I'm going to also bonus you a 1-hour coaching session. So listen, I look forward to working with you. I look forward to you being in the class. And here's the thing, make sure you share this broadcast. Share this broadcast so other people can know that, listen, they got to increase their standards. They got to identify their standards. They got to raise unacceptable standards. And they have to turn their shoulds into musts. And then to help explode them into 2017, I'm offering my advanced goal setting masterclass for $17. $17 for 2017. You cannot beat that. I'm removing all the excuses that could possibly come up, right? Because excuses will not get you to the life that you want to live. Excuses will keep you exactly where you are. So I am helping you eliminate all the excuses by making this class only $17. And when you register today, you will also get a 1-hour coaching session with me. So listen, if you're just joining, like some of you all are, I'm getting ready to close out the broadcast, but go back and watch the beginning because we're talking about a very key area of your life today. All right? I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you in our masterclass. Have an incredible day. Bye now.